G'day, Greg in Australia. How's it going? Did you miss me? I'm not sure you did. You might have, but who knows? You might have missed me. Do you even remember who I am? I'm that old prick. It's getting greyer by the second. Oh, well, it's taken me quite a few days to get over that trip. I'm still not fully over it, but I'm about as good as I'm going to get for now. How is everyone? It's pouring rain here. As soon as I get back, it's cold and it's raining. Up in Indonesia, mate, it was just hot. Hot and stinking hot. Right on the equator, humid. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Right. What we got here? Oh, username. He's in before everyone. Lockie, Nathan, Barker, Chris, Sammy, Ozzy, Nuts. Have I been gone? Yes. Apparently. Broncos 24. Have we won a game yet? I don't think we're going to win a game for the next month at least. Much like the Lions. We might win tomorrow on Thursday. I'm going to the game on Thursday. We might win that one, but who knows? Sunny in Melbourne. Oh, jeez. Quick, take a photo. And heard of Hackman West and Hunterfield Heights too in Adelaide? I don't even know what that question means. Ah, g'day, Gibbo. Guess who's back? Guess GregO's back. Tell a friend whatever Eminem said. Hey, Mike. George, Peacemaker. Daniel Barry, morning. I think it's 5:10 in the afternoon. Or 6:10 if you live down south. Or 6:22 if you live in Adelaide. Would you say now that I'm out of Nesia? Oh, thanks, Bonnie. Yeah, but tell you what, Indonesia's a great place. Great place to visit. I was just looking at one of those things online the other day, and it was showing where Australians go on holiday the most. And it used to be New Zealand and USA and England, and now it's Indonesia is like right at the top. That's mostly people going to Bali, of course. We didn't go to Bali. Yep. Lions versus Collingwood, grand final replay. I don't know who's going to win. All I know it's going to be pretty wet because it's pouring rain at the moment. It's supposed to be raining all day tomorrow. And the next day, showers. So it's just crap weather. Just stuck inside. I can't even get out of the house really. I went and made a review today, but my back's hurting because I haven't been able to do any exercise. At least on the boat I could jump off and go swimming in 20 meters of water with goggles on and you could see the bottom. Mate, the water in Indonesia is just so clean. It's just amazing. It's like this crystal, the cleanest ocean water you've ever seen. Except for the rubbish all flowing past you. If you dig past that, it's so clean. So fresh and so clean. California. It's 12 a.m. in California. 6 down there. It's morning for non-functioning alcoholics. Yeah, well, maybe. The jet lag, yeah, it wasn't too bad, but it was just the it was it was just 2 weeks of just doing something all the time. Mainly lots of snorkeling and just going out on boats and going on to motorbike rides, hiring bikes. I've got I think I've got 5 or 6 videos that I'm going to upload that are like, 10-minute long ones of my trip when we went into like island villages and stuff. So, but they were just interesting. Indonesia's not all Islamic as well. There's lots of little Christian areas. So, we visited lots of different places. Lots of incredible scenery, and all the people are just so nice, friendly, happy. These people that live in the third world are happier than most first worlders by far. And the funny thing was, I hardly drank at all. Sure, we'd have doubles of gin and tonics or vodka lime and sodas or something. My friend bought this really nice bottle of scotch, which we drank as well, but there was a lot of traveling, like nighttime traveling over these seas that were just like this, and the last thing you wanted to do was drink. And then when you got there and you'd eat so much, you didn't want to drink because you're too full. So it really was a 2 week detox. And I was feeling really good, really good. And since I've been back, I had one cider. And I got back on Saturday. I got back on Saturday morning, and I've had one cider since then. So, I haven't even felt like a beer. Unless you guys wanted me to have one, then. Well, I've got a fridge full of them. I still haven't even had one. Thinking about giving it up. But I know I wouldn't. I know I'd always just have a beer, just 'cause that's what you do. Especially when I was thinking, oh, God, is that cheese around my... I had one of those volcanoes. I had a Domino's cheesy volcano. And I was just looking at the video before, and I had this, like, thing hanging out my nose. I think it was a big chunk of cheese. But who knows? Could have been anything. Get your bintang singlet. Mate, we didn't even... Where we went, we just went to the most remote villages. We didn't even go to anywhere that was, like, populated, except Jakarta, and we were only there at the airport. But everywhere we went, they didn't even have a shop. They hardly had schools. Well, they had schools. But like they'd have one little grocery store that was just like inside someone's house. And no tourists. Like half of them had never even seen white people before until we rocked on their island off the boat. But yeah, we just went to the most remote places you can think of. That's right, Duke. G'day, Alan, mate. G'day, Jude. Yeah, Kat had an awesome trip. No Javanese yet. Do I wish I had kids? Oh, well, if I started when I was like mid-20s or 30 or something, sure. If I was 45 or 50, I don't think so. Oh, maybe 45. That might be a cut-off. But if I had had kids, then and I talk about this quite a bit to people. If I had had kids, I'd be a totally different situation than I am now. That's for sure. I'd probably be stuck in some job I absolutely hate, just trying to work, doing the 9 to 5, just so I could pay for their education and feed them and clothe them and stuff. And probably have depression, anxieties, you name it, I'd have it. But I don't have any of those things. I don't have any stresses. I don't have any worries. I got a roof over my head and beers in the fridge. Uh, and I see like my friends with their kids and everything. Some of them are my age with, 8-year-olds or 5-year-olds. See, one of them's got a 2-year-old. And that means, until the rest of his life, he's like stuck. I mean, they got plenty of money, so they can afford to go overseas and pay for their kids' holidays and stuff, which is something I don't have. My kids would have grown up in poverty. Oh, lower middle class. But that's all right. That's how I grew up. And look at me now. I had a great time. You and your wife went to Hobart recently and passed the legs and breast place you reviewed. We recommend Elizabeth's Cafe for breakfast and a ball and chain grill Salamanca place. Did I go to the ball and chain? Was that in? Oh no, that was. Yes. The ball and chain, I'm not sure if we were going to go there. I thought it was too expensive, so we didn't go there. Elizabeth Cafe for breakfast. Yeah, I think we went to a few places and we looked at the menus and was like, yeah, nah, let's go and eat something else. How old am I? I'm 55 years young. We're 56 this year. Whew. Time flies when you're having fun. G'day WA, Flying Adventures. It was just funny, like the last few days, like, because we spent 2 weeks on this boat, and then, when you're moored and stuff, and it's like rocking, and you're sleeping, and you're just doing these all night, and you sort of wedge a pillow under you and lean against the wall so you're not like get thrown around. Some days we were just traveling for 10 hours, like in seas like this, and that was like a nightmare. There was a few nightmare-y ones, but I didn't get seasick at all. I didn't really drink that much. If I did feel like if we were traveling and dinner came out, I posted to my Greg Eats, I posted all the photos of the food that we ate. And if you've seen it, mate, the food was top notch. It was like every meal we had was fantastic. But if we were traveling and my stomach was feeling funny and they'd serve us dinner, I just wouldn't eat it. And it'd get chucked overboard and the fish would eat it, but yeah, there's just some things I just couldn't do. But I burnt the top of my head from snorkeling so much, I could feel it. Just sheets of skin have been coming off from sunburn. I burnt my legs, burnt like the front of my legs so bad. Well, not too bad, but bad enough for them to peel. When I first got there, I hadn't slept for like 2 days, and I fell asleep on the front of the boat under a sunshade, but it was like during the day, and I had no sun lotion on. I'd put some on my nose here and there, which is good, but I had a hat on. I got sunburnt right across here, and I got sunburnt right down my neck on this side because the sun was sort of going down that way. And my arms got a bit sunburned. So I didn't start the trip off in the best way. What do you do, mate? What do you do? Oh, cheers, Jordan. Thanks for your super chat there. See if I can... No. No. Oh, shit. Don't know why they have that heart there next to it. I can't even like it. But cheers, Jordan. That's my day of birth. It's this year. That's when it is. Ah, dear. Yeah, so, oh mate, it was a good trip. I'm sure I'll be bringing up little bits of my trip here and there along the way. But yeah, I've made it's 5 or 6 videos. One's 17 minutes long, I think, or 22 minutes long. One where we hired motorbikes and went just riding around this island. A few little tours of these cities that they build over the water so they can just poop straight in the ocean. Yeah, but when I got back here and I came back to reality and it's pouring rain and it was a bit cold up here. It was 23 degrees, which is cold. And I'm sitting looking out there, I was thinking, I really miss just looking out over the ocean. Like for 2 weeks, you just looked out over the ocean and there was all that water there and you'd travel in these boats and there'd be flying fish just like everywhere. There's just flying fish. You just see them all jump out and they glide. They'll glide for 100 meters, easy. Then you'll see things jumping out of the ocean and you'll see crazy like rafts with the coconut trees stuck on them in the middle of the ocean. And you'll think, what the hell is that and how did it get here? And yeah, it's the ocean life, man. It's good life. Good life, if you can get it. Let's go, mate. Speaking of trips, not long before the first rains of the season. Well, it's pissing rain here at the moment. It's supposed to be raining next few days, actually. If I check the gauge, I reckon we've probably had 50 mils. So it's lots of water around here. I don't think there's any malaria in those places. I didn't even see a mosquito. There was hardly a fly. When we went close to shore, some flies would come to the boat, but only a few of them. Mate, there was no mosquitoes, there was no bugs, there was no cockroaches, there was hardly any flies. It was weird. I would have thought there'd be tons. Maybe later in the afternoons there might have been, but didn't see any. Hardly saw any bugs whatsoever. I didn't really see any birds either. Well, there's a few birds. Well, it was good fun, mate. I don't know if there was malaria. They're all in the food. Well, the food we had, we did eat one thing. I did buy an ice cream on one of the islands, but that was wrapped in plastic. My friend did buy somebody from a kid sitting outside their house with a little stall, and I bit into it, And I thought, no, I better not swallow this. So I just spat it out and threw it away. But, and then one of my friends who did eat it, he got violently ill. So I'm glad I didn't. But you'll see that in all the upcoming videos that I've made. I was going to post one today actually, instead of just jumping online. What happened to my commercial I was in? Well, I saw it once or twice. That's the thing about these commercials, mate. They play it for like 2 weeks and then they'll spend $2 million on a commercial and then that's it. I am going to be, you might see me doing a crosswalk, walking in the background at a crosswalk in Black Rain. There's an Australian TV series called, is it Black Snow? Black Snow. The old GregO features as an extra in that. So you might see me walking across that thing with bloody Ragnar from Vikings. Yeah, he was in it. I was like this far away from him. So you might see me. You might see me in that. If you look really hard and squint. And I had another opportunity to be in it, but they said, oh, you can't be in it twice. I was like, if you're an extra. So it was night time, and I was like 200 metres down the road at a zebra crossing. Mate, they're not going to know it was me. So anyway, I missed out on a way better gig because I took this shitty little gig at the start. Spewing! Anyway, hopefully there's some more Netflix series coming up and I can be a background extra in those. But yeah, check it out, mate. Check it out. Black Snow. Apparently the first season's pretty good. Yeah, the boys went surfing. For the first few days we hit a few surfing spots. And then we went to Raja Ampat and there was no surf there. But just the most amazing scenery. Fucking hell, mate. Oh my God. The coral and the fish and the snorkeling. And they did scuba diving. I didn't do scuba diving because my first few days I must have caught a cold or something and I was feeling a bit nasally. And I just scuba dived down and I could feel the pressure building up. So I didn't do any diving, but that's all right. I didn't need to because the snorkeling was just incredible. And we went up this river. There was this tidal sort of river, and the water, well, it's just the Raja Ampat, and the water just flows through it. But there's, 150 islands or something. But there's one bit where you just go to the top, and there's like this current, really slow moving, maybe a walking speed sort of. And what you do is you just put your goggle and snorkels on, face down, and you don't even have to kick or anything. And you can the water just takes you slowly across these coral reefs. Oh, and the water is just crystal clear. Oh my God. Oh, I wish I had a waterproof GoPro. That would have been awesome. Might have seen something. But there was tons of fish, sharks swimming past you, turtles. Those Finding Nemo fish in the sea anemones, there was tons of those. There was just so much sea life in these Indonesian islands that are in the middle of nowhere that are so big and there's 100 people live on them. They're just massive islands with these tiny little populations. Oh, I think Australia should go and invade them. We should rock up in our boats and just become boat people and plonk on their plonk of land and start doing whatever we do. Taking over countries. Cheers, Scotty. Oh, yes. Welcome back, mate. You're looking thirsty. Ooh. We did have one night on one of the islands and the boat trip was amazing. if you're really rich, and you want to like share, spend like 10 grand or something on a good holiday. Indies trader, you check out the Indies traders, because oh mate, they're just so like everything. You don't have to lift a finger. If you want to go and do something, you could just say, oh yeah, I want to jump on a jet ski. Rightio, boom, here you go. Oh, I want, like, we just wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning or something, and they say breakfast. I say, oh yeah, I'll have a mee goreng, thank you. Okay, no problem. Boom. 5 minutes later, mee goreng, freshly made. Bacon and egg omelets. But you name it, they just did it for you. It was, can you wash these clothes for me? Yes, no problem. Change the sheets of my bed? No problem. I want to go to that island and go walking. Yes, yes, no problem. They give you a walkie-talkie, so when you want to get picked up, they'll come back and grab you. We want to go motorbike riding on that island. Oh, we'll organise some bikes. The captain organised, so I don't know how we did it, but we were off this island. There's this village, must have had a couple of hundred people, I suppose. It was an Islamic village. He organised 5 like mopeds for $10 each person, $10 for the day, and they were just from like the locals that lived there. So I don't know how we did that. So here we go, all these 5 different people turn up with their bikes, hand you the keys, and then they say, okay, see ya. Yeah, here's your $10. Anyway, we filled them up. They only had like that much petrol in them, and we filled it up. And you'll see it in the videos anyway. I got some good videos coming up. But we did go to this one island, and we did do. There was a bottle of. And on this boat, there was just all the alcohol you could drink, and we hardly drank anything. There was one night when we were doing shots of tequila and stuff, and there was some really shitty tequila. But the boat captain, he brought out the good bottle of tequila, so we just had a few of those. But we only had like 3 shots, I think, and a few beers. So anyway, I haven't had a shot for a while, so I'll do that. If that's what you're talking about, Scotty. Cheers, Scotty. I haven't had, like I was saying before, I haven't had a beer since I've been back. I probably haven't had a beer for about 5 days, I reckon. No, I didn't even have a beer on the free beers on the flight back from on Qantas. Would you like a beer, sir? So, no, thanks. I couldn't. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was rooted. All I wanted to do was go to sleep. So on the way there, I had 4 seats to myself, center row. Fucking great. Poverty first, poor man's first class. Ah. Well, these lemons have been in the fridge for 2 weeks, and hopefully they're all right. Hopefully. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Unfortunately, on the way home, I didn't get the four. I had the four seats, and I was like, oh, you know, when you're sitting on a plane and you're the only one in the center row, and there's four seats, and it's a nighttime flight, and you're thinking, and you're so tired, and you're like, please, please, and it's like there's like three people left to come on the plane, and what happens? One of them sits at the end of my row. Mate, I was fucking not happy. And then he puts down both things at the front of the seats. He flips his down for something, and then he flips the other one down and puts a drink on it. So I was like, right, he wants two seats. So then I had to curl up like a fetus. I managed to get like 3 hours sleep anyway. I still got a sore back from it though. Had to work out a way because I'm, 6'1". It's a bit hard curling up on those little fucking seats. Lift the center up. Then I tried both ways, trying to sleep this way, then that way. Then my feet were hanging on the ground. I had to elevate them. My back, mad whack. Anyway, cheers, Scotty. Wonder if any salt will come out. Oh, yeah. Cool. Cheers. Here's up ya. Whew. Oh, not as smooth as I thought it used to be. Oh, and then like the second last day, ooh, that was close. And then we're at Jakarta airport. My friend buys like these Mentos, and they're like grape flavour. He goes, "Oh, grape flavoured Mentos. Oh yeah. Hey Hatters," because that's what my nickname is, Hatters. Hey Hatters, do you want one? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I'll have one of those. Puts it in my mouth, bites it. Boom! I can feel my tooth just crack. And I was like, oh. Oh, that's not good. Well, I'm like, well, I think I've already had a root canal done in that one that's cracked. And the last time I had this one, I've had a root canal done in that one, you just said, oh, rub some Sensodyne on it. So I've been rubbing Sensodyne on it, this tooth. It still hurts though. Especially when I had some ice cream the other day. That fucking nearly killed me. Bloody hell, I had some Voltaren though. I had some Voltaren for my gout. So I took some of those and oh mate, the pain went away. It was beautiful. How many Voltarens I got left? Oh, I only got 2. Might need to go and invest in some more. But cheers, Scotty. That was pretty good. My tooth is hurting a little bit. Anyway. Just steal people's credit card is fair. Good on you, Scotty. I think I know someone that that grabbed this kid, this other guy that did live streams, this kid grabbed his parents' credit card and he had like a piddly little channel and he was only like 12 or something. But he gave like $2,500 in super chats to this guy. And until his parents found out. And anyway, the guy who got the money got $2,500. And the poor kid, because we were looking at his channel, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been grounded. I've got to do chores for the next like 2 years to pay back the credit card." Dumbass. Does anyone know where he went? Who, me? Indonesia. Went to Indonesia. I told you that like for the last 3 years. Remember that trip I was booked for 2020 that we couldn't go? Because Bill Gates. What time did I start? You have to be, what, did I start what? Walking? What time did I start like pooing? Wiping my own bottom? What time did I start what? Cooking dinner? I haven't started yet. I don't have to shot, mate. Oh well, I just did. Yeah, I did fly woke Qantas. They weren't too bad. Especially when you're landing in Indonesia, they don't say, "Welcome to the Jelang Jelang country, where white men are evil, so be careful." It's only when you come back into the country. Welcome to, and it's very short. They do it now. I don't think, because nobody wants to hear it, but they just say it really fast. Oh, John's got some problems for a change. Yeah, hey John, what's around your area just recently? The muscle cramp in your right leg due to 3 weeks ago accident that got me injured is gone forever. You can finally walk properly. Oh, that's great news! John's got some great news. Oh, I thought we were going to have to hear like someone else has done you wrong or something. But hey, you see, positive thinking, John. Positive thinking. That's the way it's done. Got to think positively. And there's some negative things come into your brain. Say, "Fuck off! Hey! Fuck off!" Just do those ones. You might look like an idiot walking down the street, but who cares? Is the sun out? Is that normal for Queensland? Mate, it's pitch black dark already. And it's pissing rain. It's been raining all day. It rained all day yesterday, all day today, and all day tomorrow. But this is March. March is the wettest month of the year, I think. It's always wet. And then it won't rain until September or October. So it'll be all drought. Everything will turn brown. And but the weather's beautiful. But cheers, old Scotty. Don't know. Still going to Canada May the 3rd, January, February, March, April. Okay, so you're like 6 weeks. Going to woke Canada. Eh? Thanks, WA. Yep, had a great trip. There was parts of the trip though that you were just thinking, just get me the fuck off this fucking boat, because it was driving me fucking crazy on this fucking boat that's just up and down, up and down. Like I went to bed one night and I didn't get out of bed. I was like I woke up at 6 and the boat's just going up and down, and I was like, oh, and you're busting to do a piss and you have to like hop out of bed and then you're like get thrown like this against the walls. It was like being, it was pretty normal for me actually. It's like just being drunk at home. And he's like, oh, and then you got to stand up or sit down to do a piss so you don't like piss everywhere. And then you get back to your bunk, you lay in there. And I was like, right, that's it. I'm not getting out of the bed until we turn into some port or something, or go with the waves. So if you go with the waves and the swell, it's nice and smooth. It's just like this. But if you're going against it, it's like, but yeah, I lay in bed until, from that 6 o'clock, I think, until midday. And I didn't get up. I didn't want to eat. I just lay there cursing to the gods. Oh, mate. I didn't even realise my vocabulary was so horrible. Oh, mate. Anyway, we pulled into port and I went upstairs and had some lunch. Probably did snorkeling or something. Oh no, that was like one of the first days. That was like in the first days. And then the rest of it was fine. And then you sort of miss that lurching over those waves. Yeah, it's just the last night sort of going back into Ternate, where the port was. And Ternate, you go to Ternate, it was exactly like Bali. It was sort of like Ubud, except on the water. And it was fully Muslim. That wasn't a Buddhist, a Hindu. Yeah, Bali's a Hindu island, so tons of bars and alcohol. Whereas Ternate looked exactly like Bali, but there's no alcohol. Plus it was Ramadan when we went there, so we're walking through the streets, it's like everyone's like sitting out, it's stinking hot. They're just, in Ramadan they can't eat or drink water between sunrise and sunset. So we're sort of just walking through streets eating ice creams. Shoveling. We weren't drinking beers though. We could have taken beers off the boat, but we thought, nah, we won't do that. We're not that big as C words. And we weren't just eating ice creams, we were like, at the end of it, we were like, oh, fuck, I don't know how they do it. Like they just punish themselves for a whole month. Here's us dying, and we're just eating ice cream, like, yeah, that's better. And then, of course, you get back to the boat and you're just having a couple of beers just to wet the whistle. Or some Picari sweats. Picari sweat. If Brian went with us, he might be in an Indonesian jail cell by now. Well, he used to live in Indonesia. He grew up in Indonesia. So he might, yeah, well, you never know. His dad was married to an Indonesian. He knows Indonesian better than pretty much all of us. That's why he's got that funny accent, because he grew up in mining areas in Indonesia, living amongst Americans and Irish and English and some Australians, so he's got a bit of a funny accent. No, Melissa's up in, I'll be going to Brisbane tomorrow. I haven't been to Brisbane for like 2 months or 3 months. Anyway, we're going up there tomorrow because we're going to the, watch the Lions play Collingwood. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to test my sore tooth on a cold beer. My first 4x gold in, must be 3 weeks, I reckon. Could be even longer. Let's hope it doesn't hurt too much. I'll have to drink on this side. God damn, that tastes good. Oh, what have I been doing holding out for so long? Fuck this. I'm getting shit-faced. Cheers. Ah, there's some brown guy in Greg's kitchen. Oh, we didn't even try the Mentos in the Coca-Cola bottle. Ah, oh, we had. I put a photo up on Instagram today. Greg Eats, and there's just this fridge, like it's this four-door fridge that would be on a ship. So it's about that wide, I guess. So one door, two doors, two up the top, two down the bottom, and you open the top one, and the whole top layer that wide is just bin tanks, as far as the eye can see. And then the bottom, and then the next layer, and there's like three layers or four layers, and then there's soft drinks and Red Bulls and Picari sweats and Sprites, Cokes, mixers, orange juice. Then underneath it's like orange juices, milks, bottles of wine. Then on the back shelf, I should have taken more photos. On the back shelf there was all the spirits, like just bottles of spirits. And then if you lifted up some of the seats where we watch TV, it's just full of piss, like full of spirits. So they definitely would not run out of alcohol, that's for sure. But we hardly drank anything. It was yeah, I'm amazed how little we drank. Because the last trip we went on, we cleaned that place out. We got to the last bottle of whatever was under the couch. We drank all the bentangs. I think they had a different beer there too. We drank everything. And this one, mate, we hardly touched any of it. Probably only went through maybe 5 bottles of gin or something for the whole trip, between 8 of us. And the guy who's serving us, they're Muslims that are working on the boat, and they're pouring us drinks and cooking us bacon and all this stuff. But the measurer that he had was like one of these ones that's like this big, that big and that round, and he'd fill it to the top. So it's like measuring. Oh yes, there's one. Well, yeah, one's enough, mate. One's enough for now. Crikey. Crikey, Struth. Oh. Oh. Dentifix for teeth. Oh. Yeah, because last time I went to the dentist, I got like this done, $600 it cost. I was like, I don't have fucking $600, but my credit card does. There you go. And that was right. That was only like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before my trip. And I was spewing. I was fucking spewing, mate. I won't be going back to that dentist, that's for sure. Bloody six. And that was out of pocket. I think my health fund paid 400 of it. It's like, what the fuck's going on, mate? What are you doing to us? And then these people that were like, that were in before me, I see them, they come out to the counter, and I know this is nice of them and all, but they said, oh, do you have health insurance? I said, no, we don't have it. Oh, we'll take $200 off your bill then. I was like, where's my fucking $200 off? Ah, fuck. Jeez. Oh, gotta get that cold away from that tooth. Dentifix, eh? Where's my pad and pen? Wear clothes. Right. Dentifix. Oh, isn't that the stuff you put dentures in with? That's the stuff that you put your dentures, stick the dentures to the top of your mouth, isn't it? Never put, oh, that's right. It's like a putty you can do fillings with. Ah. Key Bridge in the USA is gone. Nah. Well, what do you expect? Bloody Biden sending all your money to the goose steppers. Hey, Chris, how's my trip? Well, let me just start all over again. It was fantastic. Except for the first day. But it was fantastic. Like, we've done another one of their trips around the Mentawais, and that was good. And this one, well, now the guys that go to the Mentawais a lot on these surf trips, they say there's like 80 people in the lineups and everything. But this one, some of the surf, there was no one, so it was just empty. And they had waves to themselves, but the scenery was just like next level. It was next level scenery. Is GregO single now? No? No way, mate. In fact, I got engaged. No, I didn't. But I'm still in a relationship, that's for sure. Pure light in Mildura. Here in Malaysia on your skate Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, it's very hot and also hazy due to non-stop burning. Ah, yeah, we saw a lot of the burning. Even in right over in middle of Indonesia, all that smoke haze was coming across. We did fishing, mate. We caught mahi mahi. A mate of mine. We were trawling, and the fishing line goes. Zzz. My first mate, he gets first go, but the fish came off. And then the next one, it was. Zzz. It was my turn, and the reel was just going. Zzz. I was like, oh fuck! And I try and pick it up, and then this big sailfish just jumps out of the water. I was like, oh my god! Oh yes! And I'm like, start reeling it in, and I was like, oh gee, it's a bit light. Anyway, the lure he must have snapped it with his big thing that sticks out and just gone and cut the line, so I missed that one. And then the next fish, there was 3 of us on the boat fishing. And then the next fish was this mahi mahi, which my mate, the next one was zzz, I went, oh, get on there, Cam. And you'll see the video. And he reels it in, and would have been, about that. My foot was as big as its head. Would have been that big mahi mahi, mate. Then we had, the next few days, we had mahi sashimi, mahi mahi, more sashimi. And then we had mahi mahi steaks. And then we caught, and then the captain, he was spear fishing, and he pulled in a mackerel. He was holding it up. It was shorter, but it would have been, that would have been like that big. Spear fishing. So how the fuck do you get that fish spear fishing? Anyway, he did. Good spear fisherman. Yeah, so we had tons of fish. Beautiful fresh mahi mahi and mackerel. Oh, there's no fish better. Except maybe Red Emperor or something, but oh jeez. No woke, not for 12,800 rebooked. Nice. 37 degrees in Malaysia. 7-hour live streams. You'll be on a huge cruise ship through Alaska and Seattle, so it won't be up and down like that. Wow. Ramadan in Gaza? Well, might be. You had two red balls. Crikey. G'day, Zilly. Hey, Funkin'. Captain Stabbin'. Get married? No, thanks. Marriage is for suckers. If you get married, then you've got to get divorced. So why get married? I'm not getting married, mate. Well, you never know. You never know. I might just get married. And then we can be Mr. and Mrs. Hadley. And sort of already are. My beard's on point, you reckon? Look at these bits. I was going to wax these bits. I nearly got these long enough. I could probably just twist them. Well, I've been on a boat for 2 weeks. I did like shave my neck here. It needs a bit of a clipper, these bits. But they had razors on the boat, and I was just got the razor and I just went like this down my beard. Just gently over the top. Just to thin these bits out a bit. Seemed to work fine. My hair, well, that's Krusty the Clownish. Just may as well grow it. Got nothing else to do. I can have it short, but hey, why have it short when you can have it longer? It's not like I have to rock up and wear a shirt and tie or anything. I was growing it longer, so in summer, so it covers my ears a bit, so I don't, and my neck, so I don't get sunburnt as much. Because I've got to go in next week. Is it next week? Yeah, next week and get a cancer thing cut off here. So I might have to grow my hair so it covers my shoulders, so I don't get as many cancers. But I think for me it's a bit too late now. It's just all skin damage from years ago. But I prefer not to get stuff cut off. That's for sure. Oh, gee, that beer's good. Forgotten how good beer tasted. I've been drinking bintangs for. But I came back. I went to my mate's place because we had friends from America who were going home, so we just went there the day before. He's my best mate. I've known him since I was 2 weeks old. His name's Greg as well. But somebody put down a can in front of me, and I was like, "Holy shit! Is that a 440?" And I look at it, and it said 375. I was like, "What the hell?" Because the bintangs over there were in like 320 ml cans. They were like this. So you just, a few sips and it was gone. Mind you, I'd probably drink it to there and then I'd just chuck the rest out. Because that's the poor man's bit of Indonesian beer. Just chuck the rest out, mate. Pour it in straight off the boat in the ocean. Back where it belongs. But yeah, I was really enjoying those bintangs. They're pretty tasty when they're ice cold, mate. Yeah, they're a nice tasting. I think they were 4.7% in a 320 ml aluminium can. And they tasted great. But yeah, they had all this other alcohol we could drink, and yeah, hardly even drank it. And if we ever went on a boat, even if it was just from here to like the road over there, they'd stick a big esky on full of just all the drinks you could want. Just in case. You hop on the boat, do you want a beer? Like they were trying to get us pissed. You don't like bing tangs? You reckon I should grow a mullet? I was going to, but this hair's taken a long time to grow. This bit down here. Well, I suppose, I mean, it used to be shaved, like, probably growing, I was probably growing that much in 3 months. So, yeah, give me another 3 months and I'll have it probably down to there. I might do a mullet. I could do the reverse mullet, shave the back and have these long bits at the front, like back, like back in the 80s. Do some flock of seagulls sort of stuff. It was funny that like we were out, like right out in the ocean, and there's these birds that were like this big, white, like little sparrowy looking things, right out there, like 5 or 6 of them just flying over the waves. I was thinking, what the hell are those things? And what are they doing out here? And where are they going to land in case they want to like do a poop? Or just if they get tired or something. Where are they going to land? Where are they going to sit down and relax? They'd have to fly like 15 k's to the shore if they want to do that. I didn't quite understand it. What birds are these? Where are they from and what are they doing out there? What are they eating? Are they out there catching bugs that fly across or sea lice that launch out of the water? Or maybe they're trying to catch flying fish? Like some of those flying fish, some of them, like we carry the tenders behind and they jump out of the water and they jump in the tender by accident. So you see them and you wouldn't want to eat one, I think. They'd be full of bones. They got the big wings on them. And just watching them fly above the water, like they'll jump out, scoot across the water, and then when a wave comes, they stick their tail in the back of the water, go really fast, and it lifts them off again. And they'll go hundreds of meters. It's amazing. But some of them, like I saw ones that were like as big as a dragonfly, just jumping out and like, oh God, they were so cute. But I don't think uh, flying fish are going to go extinct anytime soon because they're everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's just flying fish jumping out. So there's plenty of them. That's for sure. Didn't see any fossils. We didn't go anywhere where the only time that we went anywhere there was people was going to and from airports. And we were in cars at those stages, so we didn't go to any cities and even the Muslim towns, they didn't have alcohol. But you go to through Christian towns, but they're so poor, these people, they don't even have a shop. I don't know where they shop. There's not even a shop in their little town. But there's no alcohol because they can't afford it because they got no money. I don't even know how they get money. When we went to these little towns, we'd always stop and like there'd be always people just like, whoa, what are these big white gorillas? Holy shit! And people would start coming around like, huh? Poking you like the white devil. So we'd just be like, you go into like a little shop that sells like the petrol. If you've been to Bali, you know they sell like, they'll have a bottle like this, just soft drink bottle or water bottle, and they put a litre in it with petrol, and that's the petrol station. They'll have like 10 of these bottles. And then some of them might have like chips or something in the shop. So we just buy like for $5 you could buy like this much stuff, and there's all these kids, and you're just like handing out stuff to all the kids, and they're just like, yay! Yay, white supremacists! It's so much fun, man. Oh, it's so much fun. Any of my mates tell me to get a real job? Well, they help me make videos. I'm gonna get a real job now, so this could be my last live stream. You might see me with a nice crew cut, and a shirt and tie on, whilst I go door knocking. I might even knock on your door trying to sell you some new steak knives or something. Is that the real job you're talking about? No, I've got some ideas. I've got some ideas now to try and make some money. Because I bloody need some now. Jesus. Lions winning on Thursday? God, who knows? I don't like our chances. We're already getting beaten by like lowly shithouse teams like Geelong. Or is it Carlton? One of those shithouse teams. Like bottom 3 teams. We're already losing to those, so I don't like our chances. Although Collingwood's the same, so. Ceasefire in my kitchen. Flag, did we lose to Fremantle? Oh my God. I was overseas, so I missed all those games. Although we did have Fox Sport. Oh no, KO. We had KO on the. It was so great. Now you're in the middle of the ocean, and you got internet. Fucking fantastic. I tried uploading some videos, but the download speed was fine. It was like 50 megabytes or something, but upload speed was like 1 megabyte. So I stuck a video on to upload, and it said, video will be uploaded in 3 hours. I was like, yeah, I think I'll wait. So, but I've uploaded all my videos that I made now. I made quite a few shorts, but only one Greg's Kitchen proper video. Unfortunately, I should have made more, but man, I was on holidays. I'm allowed to have some time off, surely. Oh, gee, I tell you what, that beer was all right. Didn't mind that at all. Should I have another one, you reckon? I'm not too sure. I better ask Mum. Mum, can I have another beer?
Yes, yes, Gabe. Of course you can.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Mum. Oh, shivers. Oh. And then I went to Woolies yesterday, which I've been boycotting. But I went in there because there's one item in there that they have that Coles doesn't. And I always wait to see if it goes on special. I'll just walk in there to see if it's on special. I walked in there yesterday and it was! My favourite noodles. The Primavera Laksa, Singapore Laksa. Oh, yeah, I love these things. I bought 7 of them. So now I'm set for a couple of weeks for those. God, I love those things. So tasty. I'm not having that tonight though, because I had that Domino's volcano for lunch today, and that was quite filling. So I'm having a salad, my normal thing, just salad. Kind of sucks getting back to reality when you have to like, because I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner just cooked for me every night. It was just like dinner's ready. It was like being back when you're 10 years old. Lunch is ready, dinner's ready. So okay. Back to reality. Imagine being rich. And if I was rich, or even if I was like, comfortable, I'd go and live in Indonesia or something. You could get a housemaid that does all your cooking and cleaning. Probably costs you $200 a week. So if you could afford like an extra $200 a week, might even cost you less. Back to third world Australia, where poverty is the new norm. Tent cities are popping up everywhere. No, there's no homeless in these third world countries. No, no homeless anywhere. No people living on the streets. No people begging for food or money. No handouts from the government. Nothing. Everyone had a place to live. Everyone was happy. They were all smiling. Some of them were like a bit chunky. Way better. Way better than here. I'm not sure about that healthcare. But everyone's got a motorbike. You don't even need to have a license to drive it. Just get a motorbike. Actually, quite a few of them had electric bikes over there. I feel sorry when that electric bike catches fire and their grass hut burns down. Poor bastards. Ugh. Yep, they don't have to worry about buying furniture. They just have these big fucking houses, sort of things. They don't have a TV. They don't have a lounge. They just have rugs on the floor and they sleep there and... If I lived there, I'd have a bed and a TV, of course. But I'd have a house cleaner to do all the vacuuming and stuff, so... That's the dream. That's my aim now. Go and retire in Indonesia. Mind you, you're not allowed to buy a property there. So, but that's fine. You just rent somewhere. Just go and rent. 5 tests against India and then 3 ODIs and T20s against Pakistan for the summer of cricket. Whose summer are we talking about? Is that Australian summer? So I have to wait another like 10 months or something? Keep growing the beard. I can make extra dollars as Santa's stripper. Well, I could be Santa's stripper. At least my gut would overhang my penis. And they wouldn't see that little, one of the 7 dwarves sticking out. You're 2 ahead of me. Flamin'. Surely I'll need to get some KFC into me. Mate, I had KFC twice in Indonesia. You'll see. One I probably should have done a proper video, but I did shorts. And another one was at Sydney Airport. But you'll see. You just keep watching, mate. You can always say, you should have done this. If you ever say, Greg, you should have done this, I've already done it. but you just haven't seen it yet. You will see them. I'll probably upload those shorts on a Sunday or something. Every Sunday for the next like 2 months, you'll see a shorts from overseas. Now, I am going to Coffs Harbour or something for Easter. So, but I'll upload some of my on this channel, some of the vlog things that I did of my travels, and they're pretty good. I mean, you're just some of the camera work might be in the first one might be a little bit shaky, but I didn't might be a bit blown out with some wind and stuff right at the start. But bear with it because there's some interesting things to see, and it was just really fun. Such a fun trip, and you'll see all my mates there. I usually don't have like my mates in like all my videos and stuff, but like I hardly ever that they're like being interviewed or anything like that. But you'll see some of them occasionally. There was one of them that is in my Greg's Kitchen one. Had to turn the volume up on his bit because he was not talking loud enough, but. The Greg's Kitchen one, I was just laughing at it while I was editing it, so I thought it was funny. I should join Hone and Away and be the next owl. Blood, I could be a really good owl on Home and Away, I reckon. Bud on the boat. I'm looking golden. Wow, well, I was in the sun for like fucking 2 weeks. Well, look how brown my. I might have been. Did I get my t-shirt tan? Oh, look at that! Bloody ripped! My legs. I think I'm still peeling. God, bloody. Need to start doing push-ups. Imagine how massive I'd be if I did push-ups. Jeez. Bloody hell, mate. Yeah, I got very burnt on this side of my neck. Actually, it didn't even peel. I'm sure if I could rub this hard enough, skin would start coming off. Oh, here it comes. Yep. That's right. I'll feed the plant with that. Oh. Oh, jeez. If I was rich, I'd be busy working. The color coordinating blue outfit. Well, these were just my green shorts that I like. These shorts are like, you know when your dad was like in the 70s or 60s, and like your dad had these short shorts, like well above the knee. That was purely by accident. That this is the shirt that we got given off the boat, the Indies Trader. I'm in the 104 club. I know what club that is, but I'm in it. But the Indies Traders, mate, they do really good. Even if you don't surf, they do surf charters. But like I didn't do any surfing. But there's snorkeling you can do. They got scuba tanks on them. You just get treated like a king for 2 weeks. It's so good, man. And if anyone ever wants to invite me, if anyone ever books a boat, they can carry normally 8 people, but if there's 2 master bedrooms with the queen size beds in them. So I'll share one of those with someone. No, I'll go in one of the bunks. Like I had there's like there's one, two, three, four, five, six like bunk rooms and then two masters. So 10 people, but usually they just take eight. But if anyone ever wants to buy me a ticket on one of those Indies Trader boat trips, mate, I'll pay for my airfare and I'll just come on board and we can talk shit and stuff. Ah. Oh, geez, that beer tastes good. Fucking hell, what have I been doing not drinking? G'day, Rob. Oh, gee, is that a new photo, Rob? Is your beard getting bigger? What music you up to? Jeez, I got no fucking idea, mate. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. Oh, that's right, I'm going to Brisbane tomorrow. It's pissing rain though, it's going to be shit house on the freeway, but I'm going up there, going up to Brisbane, spend the night, then the next day, go to the Gabba, and then later that night, because that'll be Thursday night, head back down to the coast because I've got to come back down to the coast because on Friday we're going to Coffs Harbour and but I don't want to be driving back down to Brisbane on an Easter long weekend on Friday morning. So I'm going to leave the Gabba, go back to Sunnybank Hills, and then jump in my car, then head back down at 10 o'clock at night or something. Hopefully then the traffic won't be too bad. That's the plan anyway. Big bananas aren't big enough for me. What are you trying to say? I'm bigger than the big banana. I know I might have put on a couple of kilos, but geez, that's a bit rough. I only put on like 2 kilos. I think the whole trip. I'd put the flippers on, and when you're snorkeling, I'd just be swimming with the flippers for as long as I could, and just do swimming. Like snorkel, I'd be snorkeling for hours. You just lie there swimming, swimming over these reefs, hoping a shark didn't come past. When we're in Raja Ampat, we pull our boat up and suddenly all these sharks start circling the boat and we're like, holy shit! And then a couple of my friends jump in the water. They said, here, throw chicken at us. So they're there, we're throwing chicken at them. And the sharks are all coming up. They're only reef sharks, but still, they can kill you if they wanted to. But yeah, we saw stuff that a very small amount of people will ever see. It was so good, man. It was so good. I need an OnlyFans. Do you have to show your penis in OnlyFans? Mate, if I had like a big 10-inch slug, I'd be having an OnlyFans like tomorrow, but you know. If at first you don't succeed, lower your standards. KFC's got the worst buns ever? Oh, I don't know. G'day Sam, you're late. How am I? Bloody fantastic, mate. Bloody fantastic. Have you seen me any better? Look at me. I'm going to start ticking that I'm Aboriginal on all those forms now. I'm so brown. Have a look at me. Oof. You just woke up, 4:28. Hi, I'm sad my little best friend baby bit dog just passed away. Oh, so sorry, Penny. Here's the baby bit. Penny's best friend. May he rest with a big old bone. Pies will go 0-4. And the Swans will win the premiership, you reckon? Well, not if it's the Swans Brisbane Grand Final, which I got a feeling it might be. I've been through a lot. Jeez, man. Good on you, Flamin'. My mic is cutting in and out. 1, 2, 2. I got no idea how the Lions are doing this year, man. Port Adelaide need to win something. Yeah, good luck. I hope. Could be a Port Adelaide Brisbane Grand Final. We'll see. What if I... Port exists to win the premiership, you reckon? Well, good luck. Best of luck. Yeah, we got season tickets this year. We haven't been to a game yet, so we're going to go tomorrow. But I don't know, mate. How's the Suns? Except for that loss down at Ballarat last week, mate, we're doing well. They came back pretty well, considering we were playing a pretty good team. I want to join the Suns. I want to get a Suns season ticket. Then I can go, because the Suns Stadium is just like, well, it's a bit of a hike, but I could like ride my bike to like the bus depot, and then you get the free bus. Not that I need to like drink at these games. I'm not going to even bother drinking at any of these games anymore because who can afford to? It's bloody ridiculous. I'm not going to be drinking. I'm not going to be eating. I'll go to the toilets and drink out of the tap if I need some water or something. Because it's just beyond a joke. It's just beyond a joke. The price of alcohol now. Thanks to you know who. You don't need alcohol to have a good time. You need alcohol to have a great time. Yeah. Oh, there goes another one. No, you don't need alcohol. You don't need alcohol. Anyone that says you need alcohol is probably just a human. Well, I mean, that's the thing about when you got the Irish blood, because you know what? In the old days, the only way that they could drink the water, because the water was like a bit dodgy. I don't know why in the old days the water was dodgy, because they would have had some nice streams flowing back then. But in the old days, what they used to do to purify water was mix barley and hops and that in the water, and it'd be this alcoholic stuff, which was beer. So even the kids, everyone used to just drink beer from when they were younger. That's why we have got such a great tolerance, because we've been drinking it for 2,000 years. And we've evolved. We've evolved to drink beer at least. Who thinks I should have another beer? I've only had two. They're golds. They're like mid-strengths, mate. They're like the low alcohol, low carbs, because, you know, when you got a set of double Ds on you like these, and a gut like this, yeah, I'm working on it. Give me a little break. I've just spent 2 weeks eating 3 meals a day, and I haven't been fasting. But I'm back on the fasting again. I'm back on it. So hopefully I'll lose a little bit of weight again. Now, this beer here is dedicated to someone very special. Someone very special. Their name is Sam Carr. Have a beer on me from Victoria. Cheers, Sam. Is that a Sam electric car? S-E-V. Are you called EV? Is that your nickname? Do you explode in people's garages? Or just on their pillows? Just missing their face? Yeah. Oh, jeez, tell you what, these low beers, bloody hardly 2%. What? Cheers, Sam. Ooh. The old cracked tooth. Not a lot of fun. Damn Mentos. Why did I bite into a Mentos and not suck it off first? I should have just gone with my instincts, gave it a couple of good hard sucks before I went in with my teeth. I mean, that's the thing, when you hit 50, you cannot eat anything hard ever again. And that's the thing. You can never bite into anything, not even a carrot. You probably shouldn't even bite it into a carrot. You shouldn't bite into carrots. Raw carrots, I mean. The cooked carrots, all right. It should all be like pureed, like mashed potatoes. Made, even sometimes a decent piece of steak's all right. But not a cheap piece. Can't even eat cheap steaks. Everything you just have really well cooked, so it's all mushy. Otherwise, you bite into it and then your teeth just go. Then next thing you know, you're spending $2,000 on a root canal and a crown. Fuck. I reckon dentists, if you're good, a dentist is the way to go, because it's like, how many teeth do people have? You got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. 16 teeth that probably need crowns. Times 2, that's $32,000 per person that you can make. $32,000. And that's just off crowns. I reckon it's probably $50,000 per mouth if you're a dentist. Every person you see, there's 50,000, 100, two for a football stadium, 100,000 people times 50,000. Oh my God, that's how much money you can make as a dentist. That's some pretty good coin. Wish I was smart enough to be a dentist. Although my mum's partner's son's a dentist, he used to be an electrician. So he went from being an electrician, and then he was like, oh, I'm pretty good with my hands. I might become a dentist. So he's like, he's almost my brother-in-law. But he's in Bundaberg. So, so he went from an electrician to a dentist. I don't know who makes more money nowadays. Maybe even electricians make more. They're going to be charging more because old Albo's decided to tax us more for cars. Ugh, for fuck's sake. So they can subsidise EVs, which no one wants. But cheers, Sam. Fasting's bad for your heart. So is breathing. If I'm drinking Forest Gold, there should be a tariff on using the toilet. Just saying, water in, water out the other. Flushing wonders why water's expensive. I just got my water and sewage bill. It was nearly $400. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I have to share it because I live in units. I don't know what the fuck people are doing. Do they just run their taps 24/7? If it was me, my water bill would be probably $35. Because if it's yellow, let it mellow. And if it's brown, flush it down. I have 2-minute showers. It's just ridiculous. That means, that's for a quarter. That means I'm going to be paying like $1,500 a year just for water and sewerage. Which is absolutely ridiculous. Maybe I should stick a water tank. No, what's the point? Actually, they should. They should have water tanks. Because we got tons of roof. Get this water and sewage down. Who the fuck uses... There should be a law. If it's yellow, let it mellow. Ah, for fuck's sake. Anyway, it fucking rains all the time. I don't know why you have to pay for water. We got so much water. We got a desalination plant they spent $1 billion on down there. It gets used like 3 days a year only because they have to keep running it so it works. And then they want to do an upgrade on it. Oh, we need to upgrade this thing we don't use. That's going to cost another $3 billion. Ah, for fuck's sake. Oh, being a homeowner, these people that complain about rent prices, try being a homeowner. Oh, for fuck's sake, you just get bill after bill after bill after bill, and they wonder why their rents go up. Why is my rent going up? Oh, because I have to spend like $10,000 a year on fucking bills. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just sick of it. I bet they don't have water and sewage in Indonesia. I'm going to fucking move there. I reckon rates, sewage, water, all those things, what does that come to? About $6,000-7,000 a year? Mate, I could go and live in Indonesia for $6,000 or $7,000 a year, probably rent some beautiful place on the beach. And that would cover just the rent. And then I'd still have $3,000 a year to buy rice with. I'd be living like a king. God, I hope they I hope one day in Indonesia they say, oh, we're going to allow people from overseas to buy properties. Because I'll be fucking straight there. I'll be right there. Say, right, I want this one, that one, that one, then that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. How much? $200. We know why they don't want to. They don't let. See, in Australia, anyone can buy property here, which is why the price of our properties is through the roof. In all those Asian countries, they don't let like people like me buy properties there because they know that the price of their properties go through the roof because everyone, every white person, well, not every white person, every person that's got money will be going over there and just purchasing all the best blocks of land. And then the price of land will just go skyrocketing through the roof. Which is what's happened here. They've got it right over there. People shouldn't be able to, if you don't come from that country, if you're not a citizen, you shouldn't be able to buy property. Dentists make more than lawyers, you reckon? Let me just go to the bottom of the thing there, right? Yeah. $175 in charges, $15 usage. Yeah, what a crock. They're just scammers, mate. Gotta hate governments. The worst people in the world are governments. What about think about Bunnings putting onions at the bottom of sausage a few years back? Who cares? I don't think it makes that much of a difference. If the onions are falling off onto the ground and people are slipping on them, then I don't see a problem with it. It makes no difference if an onion is on the bottom or on the top. You're still biting into it. You're still putting that big thick sausage in your mouth and just going hard on it. As long as the sauce goes on the top, mate, the sauce can go on top of the onions and you stick your sausage on that sauce. Oh my God, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care. I don't think it's as big a deal as people make out. If the onions are falling off, people are slipping on them because they're stupid. That's just it. We live in a society, a litigious society, and people will always look for an excuse to sue someone just to get a couple of grand or something. So it's very understandable. I understand why they do it though. Oh, g'day, Mike. $11.5 grand for your new air conditioning unit. I know, right? Have you got ducted air? Ugh. I think my in-laws just had to get a new air conditioning unit, and that cost them about that much because they got ducted air conditioning. Whereas my aircon here that I just got stuck on the wall and it's got the thing outside, that was $700. So, well, hopefully it'll last you the next 20 years. Still, 20 into, that's 500, $600 a year that air conditioner's costing you. Yeah, I wonder where these immigrants are moving to. There's not even enough housing. I suppose, like, it depends. I don't even know where these immigrants are coming from. I wonder if they're more like from India or something. If they're India or Asia. If we're going to be taking immigrants, it should be India and Asia, just around that area, above us. Because we're part of Asia, really, aren't we? And a lot of those, they live together, they'll have, I know at Sunnybank, it's full of Chinese, and they'll have 3 or 4 generations living in one household. So, You never see a homeless Chinese or Asian person because they take care of their own. But yes, it's. And I think they do that in India too. They all live together. Economy of scale, is that what they call it? Economy of scale? Because then everyone, four generations are paying all the bills and it's way cheaper and they've got tons of disposable money, so they all drive around in Mercedes Benzes. Not that I'd ever want a Mercedes Benz. No way, I'd get a Mahindra. Good Indian car. Actually, I'm looking at the new Mahindra later on this year or next year. There's a nice Mahindra ute if Albo doesn't destroy the car industry before then. Because I've been looking at them, like the ones I got now, the stupidest looking cars you've ever seen. But I think they've done some work on their design. But when you look at these Mahindras in India, they're just like their maximum load might be 800 kilograms, but you see them, they've got like 16 tons of stuff on the back of them with 15 people sitting on top of it while they're driving along, and those things go forever. So that could be a brand of car to look out for. And they're only like $30,000. They're like a third the price of a Toyota. Your water bill's $4.17. Gee, you're using too much. Bloody renters whinging. Get a job at Bunnings? No way. Have you been to Bunnings? Do you see what they have to go through? Do you see what they have to deal with? These like dipshit loser cockhead people like me coming in there. Oh, I can't find the blah blah. It's like, open your eyes, mate. It's right in front of you. But there's no way I could work at a Bunnings. No way. Like those people that work in those jobs are well underpaid. G'day, Trev. Who can get a pension in 4 years? Me? Mate, I'm bloody 12 years away from a pension. Actually, I need to burn through my super first. So I haven't got much in super. So I'm about 15 years away. I'll be 15 years away from the pension. By then, it's probably be about $6,000 a week or something. Be like, oh shit, jeez, what am I going to do with all this money? My pensioners make more money than I do, that's for sure. God. Luckily for me, I know how to live like on the edge of poverty, so I'm well rehearsed and I can do it standing on my head. Ugh. That bloody blind is getting sucked in and out. Oh yeah. Wow, it must be a big breeze blowing through there. I hope it's not blowing through my. I just better check my bedroom. Hang on. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. And my bedroom door's not closed, but closed enough. That the rain's not going to be blowing in. But it's definitely some pressure rising over there with that blind getting sucked right out that window. just have it up. If somebody wants to look through my window and be standing there rubbing one off, then good for you. Oh, I think I just heard someone blow. Oh. Yep. I think so. Well, Murray's Munchies Reviews. Cheers, mate. GregO, very political. Would you do reviews on politicians? I think I usually do on this channel. I usually call them out for being the dumbasses. Isn't it funny? Politicians are just the dumbest people that you can imagine, and they become politicians. It's like, who's the most useless, pathetic, laziest, bludger, half-wit moron? Oh, I am. So, well, you can be Prime Minister. That's pretty much where we are in society. And it's like, you do the worst job possible. Like, you tank the economy, you destroy people's lives, people are living in poverty. So what happens? Oh, we'll send you over to be ambassador in America. Kevin Rudd. They just fail upwards. Politicians fail upwards. But GregO for PM, you have my vote. Oh, thanks, Murray. I couldn't be a politician. I could be. I doubt I'd get voted in. Because I'd be anti, whatever they're for, I'd be anti. You know, I'd probably get 10, 20% of, maybe 5, 2% of the vote. But it's not, if you got to be in a big party to get anywhere nowadays, I think. And I couldn't be in one of those big parties. I could be an independent. I should run as an independent. And I'd just go and mock everyone. And just call them names. Say, you're a fucking idiot, mate. That's all you have to do. And then I'd lose the vote. And then I'd just go back to straight on the dole. They do get good pensions, though, those people. But cheers. Cheers to Murray's Munchie Reviews. What's that? That your thumbnail thing there, that looks like one of those on the menu chicken burgers. How many subscribers have you got, Murray Munchies? Yeah, I do politician reviews all the time. Most from UK and New Zealand. Next is India and China. My one bedroom apartment, 3 to 4 Indians living in the one bedroom. Oh, right. Oh, thanks for that. So most are from the UK. Yeah, if I lived in the UK, I'd be moving straight out. God, imagine living there. Oh, God, no wonder people used to go and steal a loaf of bread. Thank God. Imagine those people just going, I'm going to steal a loaf of bread so I don't have to live in this shithole anymore. And they send it here, and then Albo turns us into the exact same place they just escaped from. Damn it. So there you go. UK, New Zealand. Well, New Zealand doesn't really count. They just fly back and forwards as they want. Then India and China. You go to Bunnings to shit. Aussie. Can your brothers and sisters look after me? I don't think they'd want me. Although, I mean, if worse came to worse for me, I know some people who have got like 1,000 acres or a couple of hundred acres. I'm sure they'd let me stick a caravan somewhere right in the back corner on their block of land. They wouldn't even know I was there. If worse came to worse, I'm sure I could live in a caravan on someone's block of land. Actually, that'd be my dream. Sell everything I have. Stick all the hundred and maybe $200 that I have in an account, and then live off that sweet interest, man, in my caravan while I grow. And I'd brew my own beer. I'd make my own moonshine. Grow my own vegetables. All I'd have to do is I'd have a chicken. I could eat eggs, and then I couldn't kill a cow or something, but I could go to the butcher, or I could just buy dog food or something and smash that down like a meat patty, make hamburgers. So although I think even that nowadays is very expensive. Yeah. Who needs aircon? Exactly. You don't need air conditioning. All you need to do is turn on a fan. Well, in Queensland, all you need is a fan and windows that open and close. In summer, you turn the fan on. Beautiful. And in winter, if it gets a bit cold, you just shut the windows and doors, and that'll you have the windows and doors open during the day because it's like 23 degrees, so that wind blows through and it's nice. Then come about 5 o'clock, you just shut all your windows, and then you're nice and warm inside. So you don't need a heater. You don't need a heater. You don't need an aircon. What's the best thing for putting nails in wood? Right, Bunnings, yes. GregO working in Bunnings. First customer asks, GregO's response, "Do you brush your teeth this morning?" Yeah, the kids are still here. I think they're still here. Cheers from North Carolina. Oh, yeah. I just spent 2 weeks with my two good friends from Wilmington in North Carolina. Where are you from, Richard? Ah, Paddy, how about a hot top holiday? Missed ye, you good sea aunt. Oh, tarty, my potatoes. Oh, tarty, my potatoes. You live in Oregon. No lie to make a friend. However, I was born with this name. Oh, McCoy's a good name, mate. You can put me in the back pasture with the cows, give you one of my chickens, and I'll be doing mushies like the whole time. If you got cows, you got mushies. If you got mushies, mate, I'll get fit and healthy. I'll be trimmed down. I won't even need alcohol. Just be on the mushies. It's like Joe Rogan. When you have mushies, you don't need alcohol. You don't drink. You just like, apparently, that's what someone told me. Don't need alcohol. You don't need food anymore. Because you're eating it. You're eating your mushies. Like living the dream. Do a coffee machine video. Well, I've got a coffee machine there. I probably could. It sounds like a good plan, actually. Weather report. It's cold and it's raining. It's been raining for 2 fucking days. My favourite city in Australia that's not from Queensland? Sydney. Although I haven't been to Perth, so Perth, I know everyone raves about Perth, so. But Sydney is, I think Sydney's the most beautiful city in the whole world. I've been to like 30 different countries, and I've seen tons of cities. But Sydney's the most beautiful. by far. By a far. Magic, magic mushroom gravy on a steak. Yeah, I've had a lot of mushroom stories the last few weeks, actually. Rain wasn't too bad when you were there in Brisbane at the start of this month. Well, it's still raining here. um, I've got a rain gauge outside. I think it had had about 15 mils in it when I checked about lunchtime, but it's just been heavier and it's going to be raining all night. I'd say it's another 150 mils we'll be getting, but that's fine. My chat is caught up this time. My favourite is Melbourne. It's a beautiful city, that's for sure. If you like being locked up for no reason, and if you're a big fan of fascism, Melbourne is a place for you. If you're a big fan of wokies and purple hair and like full on hardcore fascism, then Melbourne is the place for you. Beautiful, like the museum there, all these, it's so big and wide. Everything's like big and wide, big wide streets, big wide parks, beautiful old buildings. Oh God, it was so beautiful. And if you go down to the river there, next to where they're flying the Palestinian flags for some reason, you can go and get a beer there for $6 for a schooner. It's like, what? How can they do it so cheap? Melbourne, that's how. Ugh. You can buy chocolate mushroom bars here in Ohio. Oh, really? Last year, winter bro, rain shocking even in spring. Yeah, it rained all last year. Yeah, because you know how all the like the greenies are always pushing, oh, global warming. If if it gets warmer, that means there's more droughts. It's like, nah, nah. If it gets warmer, it means there's more rain. I think back in the Jurassic area, the carbon parts per million in the atmosphere was 222,400 or something. And at the moment, it's like 400. So if we want tropical lush rainforests everywhere, we need to just keep pumping carbon into the atmosphere. We got a long way to go. Oh boy. If you want tropical, warm, beautiful weather and lots of trees and growth and amazing everything, we need more carbon. But yeah, we're running low on carbon. We need to start pumping more out, I reckon. Melbourne's most disgusting politics in the country? You know it. The Wish version of LA. Melbourne is having a drought without rain for 2 months. That's all right. You've probably got desalinators there, don't you? Home of the G, GregO. You can't say no to that. Oh, I did go there once. People think that global warming is real. Don't get out of bed early enough. Yep. Carbon emits what? HTO. Don't even know that fucking HTO means. Hit the tinner toe out. Hell, have your tits out? You'd love to get my tits out, wouldn't you? These big double Ds. I need to do some work on those. after that big trip of mine. Got a couple of kilos to lose. Lots of heavy rain in the Alice. Mate, there's tons of rain. Mate, the basin's filling up again. Queensland's had tons of rain this year. It's still raining all throughout Queensland. All in the desert. The desert's greening. That's why the oceans won't rise, because if the ice caps were melting, which they're not, but if they were, and it's warmer, there's more evaporation, and then all the water's flowing into the deserts and greening those up, and the trees are growing, creating more forests, capturing that carbon, and then creating more moisture to create more clouds and rain. Well, it's a perfect scenario. Not for the Greens though. They want us to all live in constant drought and misery, without food. That'll be their ultimate goal, I think. You know what I've found funny when I was overseas? There were certain places, like right on the equator, mate, it is stinking hot there. It's humid as anything, and they get, they get a lot of rain. And where we were, there's just volcanoes. Like, there's a volcano here, there's a volcano there, there's a volcano there, there's a volcano there. So it's just these volcano, and they're dormant, and there's all these places like villages and stuff around on the base of them. Although some of the places we went, there wasn't any. They were just atolls, sort of, or islands off the base of them. But some of these places, they didn't even have any farming or anything. There was no crops growing. They didn't have like lettuce. They didn't have like corn. They didn't have vegetables growing. They didn't have like there's like tons of land there that's just crappy bush with some like bloody banana trees and coconut palms and stuff, but there's no crops. And I'm thinking, what do these people eat? They just get rice in, and they're fishing villages, so they eat lots of fish. But they've got tons of land there that's just sitting there empty, and they're not even growing like a cob of corn or a broccoli or fucking a bok choy or anything. I felt like going over there and showing them how it's done. And this beautiful red soil, and you think, and these cleared areas where I think they might have started trying to grow something, it's like, it's too hard. Tell you what, if I lived there, I'd have the best veggie patch. I'd have a magnificent veggie patch. I did see one lady have a big bunch of eggplants though growing out the front of her house. I don't know where she's growing those. But she was selling eggplants. And I've got a really nice recipe for an eggplant, like moussaka. It's delicious. I should make it on my channel one day. Nice moussaka. Love a moussaka. I don't even know if they had marijuanas there. What's the next food review? Well, you'll see it tomorrow. Is Kate alive or dead? Who knows, mate. I know the volcanic land that they are living on is bloody, mate, they could be growing the best marijuanas. I didn't see any marijuana crops. I don't know what they're doing, mate. What are you doing? You got some of the best, richest soil that's so fertile. No crops. Mind you, they weren't all like skinny. They were eating something. I just don't know how they afford to live. Like these guys would live on $1 a day for a whole family. So to me, that sounds like they're living the dream. That would, if I could live on $1 a day, I would. In fact, I should do a whole video series on how to live on $1 a day. Except you need to pay rent here, and mortgages, and insurance. Yeah. Yep. They're living the dream. They probably look at us with our fancy telephones, driving our air-conditioned cars, sitting on a couch, sleeping on a mattress, probably thinking, oh, we're so lucky. Well, we're not. Mate, they're the lucky ones. They get to live in fucking paradise. Coral reefs there, they can go snorkeling. Not that they want to, but they could. In the beautiful warm tropics. Ah, I just feel like retiring there right now. Go and rent some shitty old shack. I probably, in one of these villages, I probably could have rented a place to live for $20 a week, I reckon. Spend another like 50 on food, not even. Probably 6, 7 to 4. Oh yeah, say 50. That's living like a king. $100 a week, you could live like a king in some of these places. That doesn't even cover my water and sewerage in Australia's third world countries. Doesn't even cover your bloody Wi-Fi bill. Ugh. God, I miss that place. It's so great being over there. So much better than here. With all these fake boobs and all these big pouty lips. Road rules. Oh, there's no speed cameras over there. Taxation. What's that? They wouldn't even pay tax. No one there paid tax. A dentist? Okay, well, you just might have to forego your teeth or something, but some healthcare, well, just keep your Medicare card, come back to Australia every 5 years, get a skin check, get the stuff cut out, head back over, stock up on antibiotics. Although you could probably go and buy antibiotics from the shop over there. Be like 50 cents for a whole big pack of 200. Ah. What are we doing? What are we doing in this shithole of a country? Yeah, we got kangaroos. Yeah, whoopity doo. They get to eat like red emperor for dinner every night. Lucky bastards. You never see Melissa? Oh, look at my Instagram. See her there. Ancient Rome retired due to democracy. Good in a what? Retire? Who can retire nowadays? If I lived there, I could retire. Probably I could have a good income of $20 a week. But those people over there earn $5 a week, and they raise 3 kids on that. Greg's Garden. I've got a Greg the Gardener channel. Would I go on Survivor? I don't think I could. Like I've got a bit of a dodgy back, and if I threw it out, I'd be screwed. Your mate moved to Vietnam, 52. Now he's married with 2 kids. He's probably got like 3 housekeepers and everything. Lives on some beautiful thing overlooking rice fields, and he probably pays $70 a week. Hoping the whole country doesn't burn down in summer. Well, if the greenies don't go around lighting fires, we should be right. You're turning 40 this year, and I won't expect any job that less than 100K. Shit, I thought you were way older than that, tradie. More content on the gardening channel? Yes. I could retire on Super Chats over there. I'd live like a king. He teaches English now, not even a teacher. Yeah, exactly. Bloody hell. You see, just English you could just get a job in a school, teacher or teach people English for 30 cents an hour. Or you just have a whole classroom where you could just teach people English. Because I'd love to learn it. You could do it for free. You do it for fun. You say, GregO's English course is free. Everyone come along and learn. Teachers are overrated, Rob Hayes says, because even though he's a teacher. I know somebody who's a principal. That's being a teacher. Oh, underrated now. I couldn't think of that. I couldn't think of a worse job, especially in Australia, being a teacher. Oh my God! Imagine all the crap you have to put up with. I'd be a decent one because I wouldn't teach the curriculum that I was told to teach. I'd be teaching like normal stuff, not like a man in a dress can give birth. I think they're teaching that now. I'd be teaching the opposite, saying, no, that's not true. Just want to retire now. After that beautiful holiday, I just want to retire to a third world country. Oh, what am I talking about? I'm already living in one. Thanks, Albo. Ugh. Right, what time is it? Oh, 7:30. I should get some dinner cooking. It's funny, whenever you have a holiday, you always need a holiday once you get back. Yeah, had a chat with some teachers recently and they agree the world is woke as fuck. It's sad. The real teachers can't say anything, otherwise their employment is terminated. Fuck that, mate. I'll be speaking loud and proud. And if they terminated me, I'll be suing their ass. I'll just be calling them out for their bullshit constantly. Remember, folks, plastic bags, we can't use those anymore. Oh, unless you get these ones. These ones are alright, apparently, for some reason. Even though it looks more like a jellyfish than the other ones do, and the turtles will be... Turtle is not going to eat one of these plastic bags. And they're definitely not going to stick a straw up their nose. Bloody hell. Why do I have to cook my own meal? Why can't I live in a third world country? I get all my meals cooked. Why? Apparently onion's good for something. Although the price of cheese in Indonesia is very expensive. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't. They had cheese that you didn't even need to keep in the fridge for like $1.80 for a big block. Is there any salt coming out? Bloody humidity has killed my bloody salt. So I've got some lettuce, tomato and onion, and I'll have, with that, I will have some, let's see. I'll have some tuna in a tomato and onion sauce. And also, need some mayonnaise on that. Yummo. What else? Well, I got a brand new bag of cheese there, but I won't open that. I'll use some bit of parmesan. Why not? What's next? Do I have any olives or something? No. Bit of balsamic, why not? It's always good in a salad. Bit of olive oil for some lubrication. There we go. Just one of my typical bloody salads. Tuna salad. That's it. With a bit of stuff in there. Onion, tomato. Only because I had half an onion. Mix it. If I had some olives, I'd stick that in. Put it together and what do you got? Dippity duppity doo. Da 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 da. Something is something is something. Shoo-doo wop and bippity da da dee. Zippity zappity doo. There you go, there's dinner. That's how easy dinner is, mate. Love a good salad. Yes. A lot of dad teachers. Scotty, no, I'm getting another one. You gotta go. Oh, cheers, Sam. $8 for a lettuce in America right now. You all know who to blame for that. Kids can't read cursive or writing or use a map. Oh, excuse me. I tried writing in what was it? Cursive? What was that thing? Running writing, I think they used to call it. Have you tried writing and running writing recently? It's like it takes me like think. It'd be like T a thing. Like I don't even know if I could do it. I mean, I used to be able to do it like so easy when I was growing up, but I haven't done running writing since probably the 80s. I can not write very nicely and just normal, like when you're filling out those forms. Like when I was filling out do you have anything to declare when you're coming back in Australia? I was like, yep, I got some shells off the beach. And I was like, oh no, they're going to take my shells off me. But they didn't. They said, where did you get them from? And I said, oh, I got them off a beach in the middle of nowhere. Mate, we went to these remote places. There's just shells and coral like everywhere. like clam shells, fucking, they're like you're just walking over them. There's so many. You know, I got this one here. I love this one because it was so white on the inside. It was so clean and it's just beautiful. So I picked that. That was just lying on a beach. There was other ones with like tons and tons of like things sticking out of them, and so that was just some shell that I picked up. Beautiful half a clam shell. But yeah, it was just so, look at that. It's just beautiful, beautiful shapes there. Oh. So I brought that back. But I declared that and they said, yeah, yeah, that's fine. I didn't really go heavy on the shells. I mean, I got this cowrie shell here, but like the top of it's a bit shitty. It's not exactly a great cowrie shell, but I mean, this thing was all right, whatever that was. Brought that one back. And then these little tiny clam shells as well. Like tons of like these tiny little shells here, little tiny clam. I didn't even know they were clam shells till somebody said, "Oh, look, they're little clam shells." I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." But these things are fucking everywhere. Got this other one here that's just a shell. There was tons of these ones. I don't know what these things are, but I just like the shape of them. They're very interesting. They're not a clam, but they're definitely some other shell that's a bit unusual shaped. But yeah, brought those back. A friend of mine got these corals that were just like, they're just on the beach. There's these big heads of coral that are just everywhere, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not taking coral back. They won't allow it back into Australia. There's no point trying to bring that back. They won't allow it." So I thought, no, I'm not going to even try. But like these coral things, you'd buy them here for $300 in the shops. My mate says, "Oh, I'll stick them in my bag. I'll take some back, see if I can get them through." And yep, no problem. I was like, fuck! God damn it! Wish I'd stuck a couple of those in my bag. That would have been finished my shell collection off perfectly. Ah. I was spewing I didn't take some of those shells back. Oh, those corals. Oh, spewing. They said, "Where'd you get them from?" I said, "We got them from the beach. We just picked them off the beach. They're fucking everywhere, these things." They said, "Have you cleaned them?" I said, "Yeah, I took them. When I got them, I took them back to the boat and I hosed them all out and got the toothbrush in them and was like cleaning them." They said, "Right, when you get home, just stick them in some sudsy water and just let them soak for a little bit." So I did that, and yeah, so it was piece of piss. So I was very happy that I got those shells through, because I do like a nice shell. I've got quite a few shells that I brought back from overseas trips. Cans in the fridge. Wash that tuna tin before it goes in the bin. That's alright, it's going in the other bin tomorrow, so it won't matter. My pretend wife doesn't get drunk. She likes a little gin and tonic every now and then, that's about it. You're abused by long-time acquaintances for being conspiracy theorists. Haven't had a tune from my music channel for a while. Ah, jeez, mate. Actually, Simon is working on a dance version of Every Day, so look out for that. If I was in a Speedo, oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I've got some Speedos there. You're taught how to print letters because my teacher said you need to know this for your dole forms. Ah. Pickles? I don't have. My fridge is still empty. I haven't. I just went to the shops when I got back and I bought two tomatoes and a bag of lettuce and a couple of tins of tuna, and that was it. Custom. Now and these and a whole bunch of these Primavera Singapore laxers because they were on special. These are like these were $3.60, I think. I know they're expensive, but mate, they taste so good. But if you go to a Chinese shop, they're $5. So I'm willing to pay $3.60 for a very nice bowl of noodles. That's a cone shell, pretty deadly. Yeah, well, it's empty. It's dead on the beach. People want to keep in their head. People are lazy. They make fun of people that do their own research. That's right, mate. I got no food in the fridge really. That's a cockle shell. Oh, really? Well, it's not a real, like, depends what cockle, where the cockle's from. That one is an Indonesian cockle. Well, because the reason that they're very strict on imports from Indonesia is because there's foot and mouth disease there, so you're not allowed to bring in any meats, it's very hard to bring in anything from Indonesia at the moment because they've got a foot and mouth disease outbreak. So, which is fair enough. And then they're like, when you hop off the plane, they're like, okay, well, what you're going to have to do is walk over a foot and mouth something mat on the floor, like making out that it's like this big deal that you have to walk over this thing, and all it is like a rubber mat that's on the floor, and you're like, bum, 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 and then you're off it. I'm like, oof, why are they making such a big deal about that? It's just a rubber mat on the floor. Ah, well. You're in an all-girls swim class. Geez, that sounds like it could be fun. It's very good exercise, swimming. Real men wear pink? Yeah, I used to wear a pink shirt. When I was selling cars, I had this beautiful pink button-up shirt, and I'd wear a grey tie with it, with like grey slacks. Oh, it's very fashionable. G'day, Pat. Anyway, what time is it? 10 to 8. Right, I need to go. I've got lots of stuff I need to do by 8 o'clock actually, and people to call and stuff to do. So I'm going to head off. I'll finish this beer first. Ooh, jeez. That's pretty good tasting beer, that. It's been 3 weeks since I've had one, and God, they taste good. The taste of that burnt malt. Perfect blend. Perfect blend. Very tasty indeed. But yeah, I'm going away for Easter, so I'm not sure. Maybe like next Wednesday I might do another live stream. Although, ooh, I might be getting I'm getting my cancer cut out of my shoulder next Wednesday, so we'll see how I'm feeling. I might feel like groggy from the anesthesia or something. I think it's next Wednesday. Anyway, we'll see. I'll just do an upload when I can. But I'm going away for Easter, so I hope you all have a really good Easter. I hope Jesus brings you some nice chocolate eggs. That'd be nice. And have a good holiday. Have a good long weekend. And I'll see you I'd say next week. And we can do some more chats. But in the meantime, I'll post some of the videos that I made on this channel of our excursions around these islands that we visited. So look out for those in your feed, and give them a thumbs up and a comment. And if they're really good, give them a share as well, mate. Anyway, cheers. Thanks for coming along. G'day, Starsy. Starsy sent me a super chat on a shorts video. Get on you, Starsy. Cheers, mate. Anyway, thanks for coming along today. And I'll catch you on the next episode of live streaming like a bargain.